It's embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. And the embarrassing part is that I've been projecting myself. I've been projecting my fear on my 6-year-old daughter. So here's what happened. What basically happened is my daughter wanted to use her new backpack that she's got from her godfather. She loved the backpack. It's totally new. And I was afraid that it was not fit for school. I was afraid that kids at school would make fun of her just for the simple reason that it looked different than the other bags, looked different than her current school bag. So I was projecting myself onto her. And so I thought that kids would have very negative comments on her bag, although it was another backpack. It was just a nice backpack. It was new that she got from her godfather, but I felt like kids are just going to make fun of her. And that's what I was afraid of. So I felt anxiety 30%. I felt fear 50%. I felt shame 70%. That was an eye opener that I felt ashamed. So I rated 70% shame in that situation. Guilt 0, anger 20%. Now that I'm thinking about it, and I'll tell you more about the whole situation, I feel like guilt should be something. Right now I have 0 on guilt, but now I feel more guilty than I felt in that situation. This was 2 days ago. Sadness 0, overwhelmed 0. Overwhelmed 0, calm 40%. I felt 40% calm, hope 0, joy 80%. Here's why I felt joy. I felt joy because she got this backpack from her godfather and she really, really loved it. She loved it so much that she wanted to replace her current school bag with this new backpack she got from her godfather. So that made me feel really great about the situation. So how much do I believe this story that I'm telling you myself? And this story was lived through my perspective. So how much do I believe these actual events and how things unfolded in front of me? I would say 70%. Because after I've done the description of my story, when I wrote it down, I thought about it. After I rated my emotions that I felt during this whole situation, I started to believe less of what my brain was trying to tell me, of what my fear was trying to tell me. So I went from 100% because I was like telling my daughter, no, you can't use this backpack. And then I rated myself 70% after rating my emotions. Now, today, I would rate it even much, much lower. I was projecting myself onto my 6-year-old daughter. It's embarrassing. Now that I think about it, it was not good. Not good enough. But I'm realizing this now. I was projecting my fear onto my daughter. She probably was not looking at this whole situation the same way I was because she was the one proposing and asking me, Dad, can I use this new backpack? I love this new backpack. I got it from my godfather. Can I use it? She was all happy about it. And I'm like, no. And I projected myself onto her. So my fear in that moment was speaking much, much louder than my truth. Again, I was just projecting my fear onto her. And I thought, yeah, these kids might be mean to her. She might get some mean comments and on and on. I was just overthinking this whole situation. Stop projecting yourself, Chris. The next day, after I did this exercise, after I logged my experience in the Becoming Daily log, I realized that it was my behavior that wasn't right. It was my fear that was projected onto her, and I corrected that the next day, the next evening, actually, because that whole situation happened in the morning. That same evening, I told her I'm sorry, and I told her no, and I told her, if you really like this backpack, go ahead and use it. It's fine. It's okay. And I actually also told her that I was being afraid for her that she would get mean comments, and there was absolutely no reason for me to think that way because it's an actually nice backpack, and I like the backpack, and she likes the backpack, and we should not worry about anything else but that. And that's what I told her, and she was happy about that. She was super happy. She was pumped that she could finally use her new backpack. So that's one small win. I did try to rectify the situation by talking to my daughter and actually telling her the truth, telling myself the truth of what really happened. This was another one, and I'm gonna leave you with that. In the meantime, please live truthfully and live courageously. I'm doing this so you can do this too. My name is Chris Kasame. Keep living an empowered life.